What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity. I hope you guys are doing well. Season 4 Reloaded is here for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this game has gotten outrageously expensive this year. And honestly, this has been a trend that we've been seeing for quite some time. Now, if you go back in time and you look back at Call of Duty 4, World at War, the original Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops, the expectation of the consumer was that they would purchase some post-launch content in the form of map packs. And this would cost the player maybe an additional $20 to $50 a year. Wasn't a massive extra cost. However, as time went on, there were more map packs. We actually had a season pass way back in Modern Warfare 3. And again, this cost was maybe $100 for the entirety of the year. And you got a ton of content, whether it was maps, additional zombies maps that you could still play today. There was value to the content you were getting. And then that all changed with Advanced Warfare and the supply drop system. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest, the supply drop system was both a good and a bad for Call of Duty, because with supply drops you could earn them in game, so the more you played, the more supply drops you earned. However, if you wanted to speed up your access to the content, you could just pay for them. And what this caused, especially in Advanced Warfare, was a pay-to-win system. And what happened in Black Ops 3 was this bled over because, once again, there were weapons that were locked behind the supply drops that you couldn't earn anyway in-game, and unfortunately, you were forced to hit a slot machine to hopefully get these weapons. However, if you spent some money, you'd be able to get the weapons of your choosing after spending X amount of dollars. So the extra cost that was expected from the consumer post-launch was much higher post-Advanced Warfare, and that was problematic. And Call of Duty sent out to fix that, because their goal was to make the game more accessible, so you could earn in-game rewards a little bit easier. And honestly, I was all for that. I don't think it was fair that guns were locked behind some sort of arbitrary slot machine system and they weren't able to be earned in-game. And it was clear that the community was ready to move on from the traditional map pack system and move towards something that was a little bit better for everybody in the community. So the trade-off that Activision selected for the Call of Duty community was, we will give you weapons and maps for free, but all the cosmetics, or at least the majority of them, are going to be locked behind a paywall. And this is problematic. Not because I'm against getting free content like maps and weapons, because I think that was good, but the objective to innovate seemed to disappear a little bit. We seem to get less and less content at launch, less and less content throughout the year, because this trade-off was exchanged. We got less new weapons, less new maps, less new content. However, if we wanted to spend money, there is more and more content than ever. Look at Season 4 Reloaded. Just Season 4 Reloaded alone, and you'll see just how expensive this season has become. For all of the boys bundles, you're looking at 7,200 COD points. Then you're looking at the Soulless bundle for 2,800 COD points, the Whisker Tango bundle for 2,400 COD points, the Cyber Riot bundle, the Izzy Operator bundle, both at 2,400 COD points, and then the Magma Flow bundle for 3,000 COD points. On top of this, the Graffiti Tactical Pro Pack of 6 is $20. Altogether, the cost for a mid-season update to get all of its content, $205. $205 for 7 items. I get the boys has 3 of its own bundles, but still, you're getting 10 bundles here. This is absolutely nonsensical. $200 just to get the content that's been released for a mid-season update. This isn't even the main update for Season 4. This is a mid-season update. This is unacceptable. Now, I'm always comparing Call of Duty to Fortnite. I did it yesterday in my scam video. But let's get real for a second here. Fortnite doesn't do this. Yes, they release a ton of bundles. Yes, they release a ton of extra cosmetics. But the difference between Fortnite and Call of Duty is everything that you've purchased in Fortnite since its inception is still available to you today. However, whatever you purchased in Call of Duty from 2019 to 2022 is all going away this September once they shut down the original Warzone. So when you think about spending $205 because you just have to have all this content, remember that in a blink of an eye, Activision will take it away from you. They have shown us no goodwill over the last few years. And to think that they are worth investing this type of money into is absolutely unreasonable. Call of Duty looks at you and they think you are a moron. A mouth-breathing, frothy-mouthed moron. They do not value your money. They do not value you as a member of this community. Remember that the next time you decide to spend money on Call of Duty, because they are very quick to take your money, but they are also very quick to lock that content behind a discontinued wall. That's what they're doing. And let's look at what else they've done to the legacy of Call of Duty over the last few years by constantly allowing more and more cheaters to penetrate their older games so that their older games are not playable whatsoever. And then on top of it, stopping any other fan-made projects from trying to revive their past games. Call of Duty is not in the business of making good games anymore. They are not in the business of being there for their community. They are in the business of trying to steal every cent that you have. They are absolute scam artists at this point, and there is no two ways about it. I talked yesterday about how I believe The Boys is a step in the direction to becoming more and more like Fortnite, but the truth is Fortnite will always have the upper hand on Call of Duty because they won't turn their backs to their community and say, hey, all those cosmetics you purchased, yeah, they're just gone now. All of that money you've spent over the last 7 years, gone. No, they would never do that because they're not greedy jerks like Activision. And the other thing I want to bring up here, remember, $205 for a bundle purchases for Season 4 Reloaded. Compare this to what Dead by Daylight did. And I know I bring them up a lot, but honestly, they're doing a lot of great things over there. I know that the community kind of has a love-hate relationship with the development team, similar to what we have with Activision, but it's a lot more hate on this side. Their newest chapter, which is End of Transmission, brought in a new survivor and a new killer. And the beauty of this is both of these, because they were non-licensed, were available to their community for free with the purchase of iridescent shards. 18,000 iridescent shards would have gotten you both characters, which allowed you to have all the content that was available in this seasonal update. Now, there were cosmetics that are locked once again behind a paywall with either auric cells or iridescent shards. Once again, that's fine though, because I'm still getting the core content of this update for a very small fee, if any whatsoever. And it's very clear to me that Dead by Daylight has a much better system than whatever Call of Duty is doing. They're experiencing their 7th year anniversary. All of the content you've purchased in that game over the 7 years is still available to you. Even if certain chapters got discontinued, they're still available to you, which is something that Call of Duty would never fathom in doing. Something for their community, celebrating their legacy. No, how dare they? This is absolute nonsense. I do not understand anybody that thinks it is acceptable to have to pay this type of money to get all this content. But on top of it, the only solution here is to not support this nonsense. Call of Duty fans and the community have to stop jumping at the opportunity to buy all these cosmetics because they aren't helping the game get any better. It's not like we have way better games now than we used to. The games have progressively gotten worse. We are on a steady decline ever since Black Ops 4. So why is it that we're so quick to spend money when we don't get any return on our investment? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, noticing this, and yet they're still making money hand over fist because they're attracting some low-level amount of people that just love to spend money on this game even though they get no return on their value. You don't even get to see the players that you purchase. Like, the only thing that's of value in my opinion would be tracer packs, and that's it. You don't even get to see your character ever. It's a first-person shooter. It's not like Fortnite where if you buy Goku you can see yourself playing as Goku. So dumb. I'm so over this franchise. I'm so over the nickel and diming in every single corner to offer us less and less content every single year. But don't worry, our mid-season update is going to cost you a total of $205 to get all of the content. And I'll be honest with you, the content here isn't even worth that much money. It's bad content. The extra content here sucks. But don't worry, they will discontinue all this content. They'll have a new setup in about 3 or 4 years and try to resell you it all once again. And guess what? Idiots are going to keep buying it because that is what Call of Duty is trying to capitalize on as much as possible. The idiots. I'm so sick and tired of this franchise, man. This is unacceptable. They have to change course. They have to make this game more about the community and less about nickel and diming. If the game was better, I could swallow this amount of money. I could say, okay, yeah, it's a lot, but you don't need to buy everything. But the fact that the game is suffering in a terrible state, they haven't done anything that they've promised. Lobby's still disbanded. The UI is still trash. They still haven't fixed the search and destroy issues that have been plaguing this game for months now. I could live with it. I wouldn't be happy. I would still be calling it out because I feel that there should be more content for players to earn in-game. But at least I could live with it because it shows that they're at least trying to make the game better. But they haven't been doing that. They haven't been doing that for months. They've fallen short of all of their goals and all of their promises. They've just scammed us every step of the way here during the Modern Warfare 2 life cycle, and it's unacceptable. But that's all that I've got for today. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of this nonsense, whether or not you agree with me or disagree with me, and you're somebody who loves spending this type of money for bundles. I'd love to hear from each and every single one of you. So leave a comment down below, and as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.